As the Golden State Warriors walk away from Game 3 trailing the Timberwolves 2-1 in the series, it's not just the scoreboard that demands attention, it's the story it tells. A story of shifting identities, exposed flaws, and the necessity for sharp recalibration heading into Game 4. Let's break down where both teams truly stand in this series by analyzing their strengths, vulnerabilities, and the battlefield that lies ahead. Welcome to Jintatsuki Sports, your spot for all things sports. From legendary moments and big-time plays to inspiring stories and deep dives, we bring you the content that keeps the game alive. If you love sports as much as we do, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Starting with Golden State, their greatest strength right now isn't tied to a name on the back of the jersey. It's tied to resilience. Even without Stephen Curry on the floor, the Warriors managed to hold a lead in the fourth quarter of a high-stakes playoff game. Jonathan Kuminga stepped into a starring role, delivering a playoff career-high 30 points and showing flashes of the explosive wing Golden State always hoped he'd become. His isolation scoring, physical drives, and ability to finish through contact gave the Warriors a legitimate primary option when they needed one. Jimmy Butler's veteran poise, meanwhile, offered a secondary axis of control. His leadership didn't show just in numbers, it was evident in pace management, in late-game decision-making, and in how the team responded during runs. But the Warriors' weaknesses came into focus just as quickly. The absence of Curry was more than statistical, it was structural. Without his gravitational pull, the offense slowed. Ball movement suffered. In the final 6 minutes of the game, they produced empty possessions, hesitant shot selection, and breakdowns in spacing. Buddy Hield, meant to help space the floor, struggled to find rhythm, and that made it easier for Minnesota to pack the paint. Then there was the foul trouble. Draymond Green's departure midway through the fourth left the defense scrambling, and it showed in Minnesota's late-game execution. Yet, the Warriors still have opportunity on their side. Kuminga has emerged. Tracy Jackson-Davis continues to grow as a dependable big, showing flashes of smart interior positioning and vertical spacing. If Curry can return, even in a limited capacity, his presence alone would create the spacing needed to unlock Hield and let Butler operate in his most efficient mid-post zones. The chance to equalize this series at home is still within reach, but only if they tighten their rotations and find answers for Edwards' perimeter assault. The threats, however, are mounting. Anthony Edwards' confidence is surging, and the Timberwolves are finding their rhythm. If Curry isn't back for Game 4, the Warriors risk falling behind 3-1, a deficit even the most resilient veteran cores struggle to overcome. And if Draymond's minutes are again limited by foul trouble, they lose their most essential defensive communicator. In short, the margin for error is gone. For Golden State, Steve Kerr and his staff are reviewing every frame of Game 3 to identify how to recreate Curry-like spacing without the real thing. They'll want to get Kuminga engaged early and use Butler's mid-post gravity to free up catch-and-shoot options for Hield and Moody. Defensively, they'll likely mix in more traps on Edwards and show him different looks. Some soft switching early, hard hedges late, to disrupt his rhythm. And if Curry is available even in a reduced role, his reintroduction into the offense must be seamless, not experimental. They can't afford to test theories in real time with the season teetering. Now, looking at Minnesota, their strength lies in their balance. Edwards is becoming the star. They need him to be confident, composed, and relentless when it matters most. Julius Randle's role as a secondary playmaker has added a layer of unpredictability to their offense. He's not just scoring. He's facilitating from the high post, forcing mismatches, and creating second chances. Defensively, they use their length well. Jaden McDaniels disrupted passing lanes, and Gobert anchored the rim with discipline, forcing the Warriors into tougher shots as the game wore on. Yet there are cracks in their foundation. They started slow once again, and for much of the first half, they allowed Golden State to dictate tempo. Edwards didn't find his rhythm until the second half, and the team's offensive spacing can still get cluttered when the ball sticks. If Kuminga or Butler are allowed to control pace and the Warriors push transition more aggressively, Minnesota's transition defense could be exploited. Their opportunity now is to step on Golden State's throat. Up 2-1, with momentum in hand, they have a rare chance to seize full control of the series. Game 4 could be the moment they define themselves not just as playoff participants, but as contenders. If they execute with the same discipline, particularly in the fourth quarter, and get another explosive night from Edwards, or even a surprise lift from someone like Naz Reid or Conley, they could head back to Minnesota with the series nearly in hand. Still, the threats are real. If Curry returns and shifts Golden State's offensive gravity, it will test every inch of their perimeter defense. Kuminga's growth now forces their wings to defend in isolation more than they'd like. And if Butler continues to impose his tempo, Minnesota may find themselves in another grinded-out battle, a type of game Golden State is uniquely equipped to win. For Minnesota, Chris Finch will focus on sustaining intensity from the opening tip. They've shown an ability to close, but now they must learn how to control. The ball must move more fluidly through Randall, with Edwards moving off ball to create layers to their attack. Defensively, they'll be asked to anticipate Golden State's counters, especially if the Warriors run more split action and high horns. The goal? Keep Kuminga out of rhythm, keep Butler uncomfortable, and continue denying easy looks to shooters. Game 4 isn't just a battle for the scoreboard. It's a battle for control of the narrative. And only one of these teams will emerge from the war room with a plan sharp enough to win it. Game 3 leaves no room for doubt. Both teams know what's at stake now. For Golden State, the question is whether heart, system, and emerging talent can hold the line while they await Curry's return. For Minnesota, it's about stepping fully into contender status and closing the door while they have momentum. Game 4 isn't just about evening the series or taking control. It's about identity, execution, and who responds under fire. The war rooms are drawing up their plans. The battle resumes in 48 hours. This series is far from over, and the next move could change everything. Thanks for watching Jintatski Sports. If that video hit home or gave you something to think about, drop a like and let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that bring the heart of sports to life. Until next time, stay inspired and keep chasing greatness.